So can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, this is Rebecca, and I'm from Chennai. I run a brand called Vurve, and this is a hair and beauty salon. We are located in Chennai, Bangalore, and Cochin. We are 11. We have 11 salons as of now, and we are on the expansion mode.
So where did this business start from?
So just to begin with, I have an engineering background, so that's what I studied. I wanted the big dream of going to the US. That was always my dream. So did my electrical engineering, and unfortunately after I finished engineering, there was the dot-com burst and everything. There were no jobs, and then I had to find a job back in Chennai, and got into the ITES sector, which is into banking, and then went into insurance. So worked in the corporate for about 10 years, had good experience, got into the managerial sector of things more than the technical aspects, so completely switched away from engineering, but totally loved it because working with people, working alongside them really gave me a kick. We did not plan to do anything with respect to business, didn't even have that idea. But one of the things that I did observe, I think, was as I grew, I came from a place where salons were behind curtains, and that was the way how salons were run in India. And when I started working, there was this whole buzz about a beauty salon with funky hairdressers and good service. So when I went there, I really loved and enjoyed the whole experience, and that was my first memory of the salon industry, and I just started visiting, and I did like the whole aspect of it. So I think that was where it just started. 6-7 years later, if you ask me if I had the passion to get into this, no. So in 2010, unfortunately, my brother and I had to take care of my father, who was unwell, and we knew that it was his last stage, so we decided to spend all this time with him. So we didn't want to get back to work, so we were thinking of doing something so we could spend enough time. So we thought business was an easy route when compared to an IT job. So we thought, and especially myself, because I just had given birth, so I wanted to just get out of the corporate world and just wanted to do something for a couple of hours. That's what I thought. And when we spoke about options of what to do, we had either Nilgiris, which is the supermarket, or a salon. And we approached Naturals, which is a very big chain in India where they give out franchises for beauty salons, and that's how we began our career. And this happened in 2010. Post that, we grew with the brand, and we learned everything with respect to the salon industry from them. I still don't know how to cut hair. I don't know how to do anything technical. I just brought in my experience from whatever I did running teams and projects in the corporate sector, and I tried to corporatize whatever I could do with my little team. We opened, in 5 years, we opened about 6 salons, and we got into the luxury aspect of Naturals. They have another brand called Page 3, and that was where we learned the whole the whole nuances of luxury and what the premium and elite clients are looking at. It was quite intriguing, very interesting. More than an essential service, I could see the difference between when you go to a mid-segment salon versus a premium segment. There is a huge difference. There, you got to get the work done. But in the premium segment in 2012, it was more about what experience are you giving, what's the skill set of the person, and so on. So it was I think it matched my personality, and I kind of got attracted to that.
So from working with other salons, what made you take that leap into starting your own business?
So coming from the corporate sector, we are not risk takers. So we wanted to divide our risk or halve our risk, but that's why we went with a brand. And I should be thankful to the brand, learned everything from them. Of course, things after a couple of years, we did not share the same view, so we had to exit. And then we thought to ourselves, we don't know anything else. I mean, this was the experience we had, and if I had to do it again, maybe I should do it on my own. And that's how my little baby Vurve was born. We didn't expect to grow. We didn't expect this kind of love at all. We just wanted to, stand on our feet, and just didn't want to lose out whatever experience we actually had. So that was how we started. And we started with 2 salons of Vurve in 2015. And just we went with time. We saw what the customers' point of view was. What did they like? What they didn't like? Did they like the service? Did they like the skill sets? Did they like the warmth that we were giving them? So from there, we changed the view on our salons. So in Chennai, being from Chennai, I'm sure you're also been here a bit. We wanted to give them an international feel. So when we opened our first salon with our point of view, we wanted it to be a little Scandinavian. We wanted that industrial feel. So our first salon that we opened with our views was in Kilpauk. That would actually be our third Vurve salon, but with our whole design. So it made such a big difference. So people wanted to come in, and when they saw the salon, they wanted to come and say, okay, what is this red door? What is with the interiors? So Chennai did not experience this kind of interiors in the past. So it kind of brought in a lot of customers just to come and see the place. And obviously, it's not only important how the place looks. I am a big supporter of education. I'm a big supporter of skill set enhancement. So you will be surprised. It's just haircutting is not easy. It is a skill. It's got a lot of math. It's got a lot of science. In fact, being a science graduate, I still can't understand the angles and so on. So it's pretty intense. So the people who are doing these, the stylists who are working with us, I'm sure their backgrounds are, they come in from, a Tamil medium or English medium, or they're coming where their backgrounds are, their parents are already from the industry. So they finish their 12th, some of them finish college, some of them discontinue, and they get into this automatically. So education is crucial. So while I was telling you, while customers come in to see the place, they should also experience great skill set. They're coming in to cut their hair, they should feel confident that the person's cutting is giving them a good service. So we also added that. We've been spending a lot of time and effort and money on upgrading this team. So one of the things that I also faced was, every time we speak to any customer, they'll come here for the basic services, especially the high-end customers. So where do you go for your haircut? Oh, I went to Bombay, I went to Delhi, I traveled to Dubai for a haircut. And I wanted to break that myth. I was like, why can't we do it? Why should they travel there? And so for that, education played a huge role. And it took us about 8 years to build this team. Of course, growing as well. And I think there's no looking back now. I think we have a strong set of stylists and aestheticians, extremely knowledgeable. They know the in and out of hair, whether it's color, whether it's cuts. I think as we started growing and expanding, I think customers, their love for us, they've been loyal to us. I think that itself is enough for us to know whether we're on the right track or not.
So what's been the biggest obstacle you faced or that you're facing?
This constant obstacle that you face is, you build great hairdressers, you build a great team, and I think that's the world. You have people who don't invest money, or you have salons or chains that don't invest the same kind of money on your people, and they end up poaching your people for higher salaries. So that is an obstacle, but I think it's a good problem, because you're always on your toes. So you're always alert, you're always watchful. So you also tend to keep your people also happy. So you control your team, but it is an obstacle that I don't think it will ever die. I think in any industry, this is an obstacle. That's an obstacle. So because I come from the ITES sector, a lot of my my core role was service. So what I brought to the table here was, because I don't know the skill, I brought in the managerial skill set, which is how to be customer oriented, how to, the soft skills enhancement. We played a huge role in that. I think team building, participation, that's my core strength. So this is something that we do at all salons, but we also, from a skill set perspective, we realize that there is a huge demand for this industry, and there aren't so many, the supply is very less. So, and especially in the south, the industry, not many educated people even now allow their children to take this industry. Even you and I, we are not allowed to even look at this industry when, as an option. But I should tell you, you asked me one question about, I think you asked me about the obstacle, but I wanted to tell you, it is the most gratifying role, not because of the money. Because think about it, any customer who comes in, they come in feeling A, okay, and then you do something to them. They're always feeling A plus, so they're always better than how they came in. So that is the role we play, and that's what I tell my team members. You're doing something for your client where you're going to make them feel better than when they came in. So they're going to walk out feeling nice, feeling pampered, feeling better. Their energy level, their vibrations are going to be good, and you're playing that role. So how important is it for you to, give that energy out? So this is something I'll tell, and I want my kids to take up this industry. I don't think they will. I don't know, but compared to a doctor or where you're always listening to people who are sick or unwell, here you're always making somebody feel good, and they go feeling, when you have a haircut, you're always smiling, you feel you look good, and that is so satisfying. And though we spoke about the obstacle, I wanted to say that this is one of the things that keeps me going. Yeah, this is my motivation. Else I would have got bored and I would have wanted to change the industry.
So what's an experience that has helped you grow, or what's an experience that has taught you something valuable?
So I need to mention that I have to mention my dad, because some of the good things that he taught me, or taught both myself and my brother, we are all partners in this business, is to be honest, never bounce a check. Okay, even if you owe people money which he didn't like, actually, so credit cards and things which he didn't like, he always wanted us to be free of any debt. But in business, you need to take loans to grow, and that's how it is. So some of the experiences I learned was, I think being honest helped me to grow. These principles, whatever I learned from our parents, what we learned from our parents, if we follow it, you may grow slower, but your outcome will be even more efficient. So I would say being honest helped us help the business. It also had its minuses. So this is what I will take as a very valuable lesson. Be honest to yourself, be honest to your customer, be honest to your staff. I think that is probably some of the things that I take away.
So what's a piece of advice you would like to give aspiring entrepreneurs?
I would say, this happened by chance. Becoming an entrepreneur happened by chance. Those who want to, who are aspiring, have a goal in mind, keep that goal and go for that goal. Whatever you're keeping as a goal in mind, whether it's money, whether it's fame, whether it's power, but be patient. Most people, while they're running the race, they leave it midway because they are impatient. So it took me 13 years to reach where I am today with just business, and I'm 43 today. So I would say a lot of people are getting into business. They want to do something on their own. They want to be the change. They want to be the influence. And there is place for everybody. But just be patient. And yeah.